On April 22, 2025, the serene beauty of Pahalgam, a jewel of Kashmir, was shattered by an act of unspeakable barbarity. Militants, driven by a radical Islamic ideology of hate, attacked innocent tourists. 26 lives were brutally cut short. Among them was Lieutenant Vinay Narwal, a young Navy officer, newly married, his dreams turned to ashes. The attack bore the hallmarks of a calculated assault on humanity. Witnesses spoke of attackers segregating victims based on their faith, a chilling reminder of the divisive forces at play. The nation was left reeling, united in grief and outrage. The Pahalgam attack was not just an assault on innocent lives, it was an attack on the very soul of India. The government vowed a firm response. The nation mourned, but the nation also prepared itself. The time for words was over. The time for action had arrived. The memory of those lost in Pahalgam would fuel the fire for justice. On May 7, 2025, India launched Operation Sindoor, a carefully calibrated military response to the escalating terrorism. The operation, named in honor of Lieutenant Narwal and the crimson Sindoor that symbolizes a new bride's journey, targeted terror camps across the border. Indian Air Force jets, armed with precision weaponry, struck 9 identified locations. These were not random acts of aggression, but strategic strikes aimed at dismantling the infrastructure of terror. The targets included training camps, logistical hubs, and communication centers belonging to groups like Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Taiba. These groups, responsible for countless acts of violence against India, had long operated with impunity. The Indian government was clear in its messaging. Operation Sindoor was not an act of war, but an act of self-defense. It was a message to those who sought to bleed India through 1,000 cuts that their actions would not go unanswered. The operation, while forceful, was designed to minimize civilian casualties, a testament to India's commitment to international norms, even in the face of grave provocation. Pakistan's response to Operation Sindoor was swift and brutal. Artillery fire rained down on Indian positions across the line of control, targeting civilians and military installations alike. The picturesque town of Poonch, nestled amidst the Himalayas, bore the brunt of the assault. 15 innocent lives were lost in the indiscriminate shelling, including women and children. Homes were reduced to rubble, families torn apart. Pakistan, while denying responsibility for the Pahalgam attack, claimed that the Indian strikes had resulted in civilian casualties on their side. International news agencies reported varying figures, with Pakistan alleging significantly higher numbers. The escalating conflict sent shockwaves through the region. The fragile peace that had held for years was on the verge of collapse. India, while determined to defend its sovereignty, also emphasized the need for restraint. The world watched with bated breath, hoping for a de-escalation of hostilities. The international community reacted to the escalating India-Pakistan conflict with a mixture of concern and condemnation. The United Nations, along with major global powers like the United States, the United Kingdom, China, and Russia, issued calls for restraint and dialogue. The United States, while acknowledging India's right to self-defense, urged both sides to find a peaceful resolution. Other nations echoed this sentiment, emphasizing the need for de-escalation and diplomacy. The conflict also brought to the fore the complex geopolitical realities of the region. The international community recognized the volatile situation in South Asia and the potential for the conflict to spiral out of control. The focus shifted towards finding a diplomatic solution, urging both India and Pakistan to engage in dialogue and find a peaceful way forward.